Hello YouTube, this is Russ Strock. I thought I would start out today with a video that dives into a little bit more detail on the solar panels. I've provided one initial overview video already, and I thought I would show you what they look like on this 24th day of January in southeast Michigan. So there are 22 panels up there on the main part of my house, and another 7 panels over here over the garage. I'll continue this in the house where it's a little bit warmer. What I thought I would do in this video is provide a little bit more information about some of the equipment involved in the solar panel array and the equipment that makes it possible for that array to turn energy from the sun into alternating current that can be used in your appliances at home. So this is a combiner box. It's part of the system that I've used to make my solar panels work with the house. And it's one of those critical elements that is necessary to take the circuits, the 3 circuits that tie the solar panels together on the roof and bring them into sort of one usable form of electricity for the house. Those 2 lights inside the panel here, the control panel, is a Wi-Fi system. So as I mentioned in a prior video, I have 28 panels on the roof, and each one has a microinverter. Instead of one main inverter for the house, I have 28 microinverters, so if one microinverter goes down, I still have 27 working and I'm still producing, electricity. So this Wi-Fi unit in this box is connected to each microinverter on the roof, and it tells me through an app on my phone what each individual solar panel is producing in terms of power, whether the microinverter is functioning. I get a graphic on my smartphone that shows the solar array on my roof and the production from each panel daily, instantaneously, weekly, monthly, annually. I can sort of see the status of all the panels. The box above it, this is really sort of an emergency shut-off system. So when the power goes down, I turn off, the main switch here, and it prevents backfeeding the solar panels electricity when I move my portable generator out to power the house. All right, I'm gonna walk you through the power bill here in just a moment. Let me take a break. I would say that regarding the power bill, this is one of the more complicated things to understand. What is the real payback? What's the real cost and benefit of installing solar panels? And what I'll do in this part of the video is I'll attempt to demystify at least part of the cost and benefit. So this is my December and January bill for 2025. It includes both gas and electricity. And in here you can see that the gas portion of my bill, the residential gas portion, is $37. My electric portion of the bill is showing, that's last month's bill. The total last month due the end of December was $33. But the total balance for my bill for December and January is $37. The gas portion was $30. Let me dive into this in a little bit more detail. And honestly, until I got solar panels, I never actually completely understood how to read an electric bill. So bear with me here. But what I'm going to do is ask you to just ignore the gas portion of this bill because the solar panels do not affect the gas portion. They only affect the electric portion. And the electric portion of the bill is all this below this line here. So the electric portion, as you can see, the days billed were 31 days. And I used, over those 31 days, approximately 1,709 kilowatts. The solar panels during those 31 days only produced 143 kilowatts. That was the outflow. Now, what isn't shown here is how much of the solar production I actually used on site that did not go out to the grid. I do have that information on my phone through an app that Enphase produces, which is the company that produces that Wi-Fi system that I showed you earlier that's connected to each of the microinverters. So again, 1,709 kilowatts used over that 31-day period. The cost of those 1,709 kilowatts, there's both power supply charges and delivery charges. These are all the various power supply charges here, and these are all the various delivery charges, all based on that 1,709 kilowatt figure. There's charges for peak use, for non-peak use, and then down here, I get a small credit for those 143 kilowatts that I produced. I get a credit based on whether those were produced during peak or non-peak. And so there was about a $12 credit for that month, for those 31 days. So when you add together these power supply charges plus the delivery charges, you get my total electric bill charges for those 31 days. That number is what I would pay without solar panels and without any credit for the production that I've had from the prior 4 years of having these solar panels. So my excess generation bank with the power company right now sits at $995. The power company took off $297 of this $329 charge because of the credit. So I went into the month with $1,293 of credit, and minus the $297 leaves me still with a credit of $995 going into this next billing cycle. So this is a dramatic improvement in the value of the solar panels compared to just a few months ago. A few months ago, Detroit Edison, DTE, the power company, would only allow solar panel customers to remove the power supply charges of their bill. You had to pay cash, you had to pay by check, those delivery charges. So this Rider 18 was just added to the solar power program that now allows the use of the excess generation bank to apply to those delivery charges too. And the delivery charges, here's $139, they're almost the same amount as the power supply charges. So I was only able to apply the excess generation bank prior to Rider 18 to about half of my total electric bill. Now I can apply the excess generation bank to virtually 100% of my electric bill. That is just an enormous benefit. So there's more to this solar panel cost benefit conversation, and I may pick this up later, but I would really appreciate any feedback, any information you have that would be most useful to you. Thank you.